Hey everyone, we are going on to the last part of Khan Academy, which is interpreting two-way tables. So what's really going to happen in this section is we're going to take the word problem, I'm going to take two-way tables, I'm going to mash them up. So we're going to basically use two-way tables in real-world scenarios. So let's get this going. All right. So the first question, it reads, Alvaro is interested in the relationship between the weather conditions and whether the downtown train runs on time. For a year, he records whether each day is sunny, cloudy, rainy, or snowy, as well as whether the train arrives on time or is delayed. So for a whole year, he calculated what the weather was, and then he figured out whether the train was on time or delayed. Okay. So for this question, they want to know which of the following statements is true. So what we're going to do is just go through each one, and we're going to just see what's true and what's not. So for the first one, when the weather was rainy, so that's this portion right here, it was more likely for the train to be delayed than on time. Right, so they're saying it might be delayed rather than on time, which is not true because 40 is bigger than 15. So this is wrong, right? This was more likely to be on time rather than delayed when it rains. Okay, the next one. When the weather was snowy, so now we're looking at snowy, it was more likely for the train to be delayed than on time, right? So it was only on time 8 times and delayed 12 times. So actually, this looks like a good choice, right? So when it was snowy, it was more likely for the train to be delayed, which is true, than to be on time. In the last two, more than half of the delays occurred on rainy days. Not true. And the most delays came on the snowy days, which is not true at all. So these are both wrong. So your answer is B. Let's check it. Right? So you kind of just have to work through your answer choices to see kind of one which fits. And I'm really not a fan of this question. So I'm going to go to which one I think is correct, and I'm going to show you why it's correct. So the two-way table of column relative frequency below summarizes survey data on whose person, role model, and then their highest level of education. These, I've already read through these. They're very, very tricky. So based on the following statements, which must be true? So I'm just going to click this one for now, and we're going to walk through it rather than going through each one because I find it to be confusing. So a person whose role model is a stranger, so I'm going to go to stranger, is more likely to have a high school. So here's my high school. Then some college at their highest. Yeah, so that seems to be true. If their role model is a stranger, they're more likely to have some high school because that's at 40%. And if you were to times each one of these numbers by 100, I would just look at them as percents. Then some college at their highest level of education. Yeah, so this seems to be true. So the reason I didn't go through the other choices is because it gets really, really confusing. So this is choice B. I'm not a fan of this question. So if you have any questions on the other ones, let's check this. Good. Any other, and then actually give you why the other ones were wrong, which is good. Right? So have any questions, you can message us.